In 10 years of sneaker restoration, I've never seen a pair of shoes this bad before. These white cements are completely trashed, destroyed heel counter, and they're filthy on the insides. Some shoes are just way too far gone, but can we save the unsavable? Or are they really dead? Join me as I tackle my most insane challenge yet. So what do you guys think the backstory of these shoes are? All I know is I got them for $8 on eBay, and I guess the seller got a great deal here, because I was not expecting all of this. That's crazy. Man, the insides of these shoes just look like a junkyard. My first instinct was to take a scissor and try to loosen out all that debris in the inside, but it seems like it was infused in there. We'll tap out whatever we can. It feels like the more we look around, the worse it gets. I was really questioning my choice of challenges here, but I guess we'll keep on going until we can't no more. And I think these shoes take the record for the dirtiest shoes on this channel. It's gonna be really hard to beat this one. So with all that junk out the way, let's machine wash these and see where we end up. They're fully dry now, and I'm a little more confident in our base, but we still need to clean them in some areas. Starting with the strobel board, it needs to go, and honestly, I don't plan on replacing it. This is my first time dealing with this, and I don't think it's entirely necessary, at least for this case. I guess one good thing is we get easier access to the inside. We might be able to glue it directly to the midsole, but this makes things much harder, and you'll see what I mean later on. Let's continue to take out all these broken parts. The threading was messed up and frayed in some areas. I figured we already have to do the back portion, we might as well just restitch the whole thing, but that's a later problem. As expected, these counters broke more, but that's okay, I'm just glad we got these machine washed. This is the aftermath. I still have no idea how these will turn out, but let's keep on going. For the white fabrics, we'll use OxiClean and really work it in there. We also did the underside, just want to make sure everything is fully disinfected. Some spots on the elephant print cleaned up nicely, but others faded completely. We'll fix that later. The uppers are creased pretty badly, so using an iron and a wet rag, let's hope for the best. The tongue is also really bad. This part's always fun to do. Let's roll the ankle out and iron against the fold. They look a little better now. Good news. I think we can continue. Let's remove that brown tint on the uppers. This will also remove the factory finish. Just look at that color difference. Let's take a moment to work on our replacements. These are old throwaways. I think we paid less than $30, so let's get them cleaned up and ready to go. Using a Dremel tool, we'll sand down the old glue. The paint's on really well, so before we damage the midsole, it would be best to sand it down and paint over it. We're applying light coats and using a heat gun to speed up the process. Time for the tape hole. We'll make any touch-ups off camera and matte protect them. Now for the most tedious part of this restoration, stitching all these parts to simulate the stitch. We'll knot the thread and go back and forth. We'll also do the same for the elephant print, but this part took even longer, cause once you finish one row, there's another one, at least for this release. They're finally done. Now we can lock it down. We'll tape up and we'll apply some barred super stick. We'll let it cure for a little bit and paste it down. We need to stop a little bit before so we can slide the tabs back in. It came out looking pretty good. Let's move on. So the last stitching we have to do is the toe cap. This part was much easier. All you need is a sewing awl. For each loop on the inside, we lock it down with a secondary thread. Then we'll tie it down and glue it so it doesn't come loose. The midsoles are good to go. So the plan to repair the back portion is to work from the outside in. So this way there's a boundary. And this starts by gluing the tab down first. It can be a little tricky, but remember to take your time and do it piece by piece. It came out looking pretty good. Let's move on. So what are we gonna do with this heel counter? We can measure out the area using something like foil and trace it over on a sheet of thermoplastic. Then we'll slide it in place, heat it up, and mold it against the surface. This helps us match the original shape. When it cools down, it becomes strong again. And I tried this before on the Black Cement 3 restoration last year. They're still doing well. So this is where we started, and this is what they look like now. Strong, but still flexible. So not only was the heel counter destroyed, but there was also a hole that we can stick our finger through. So I'm packing in some new foam in there, and we'll patch the inner side later on. The padding feels much better now. The biggest challenge of this restoration, trying to glue it together. Without a strobel board, there's basically no support here. That's why it looks like there's a large gap in the front, even though they're the same size. We came way too far to call it quits. I mean, we might as well try. So we'll sand down the uppers very thoroughly. This will make sure that they hold on strong. Then we'll apply 2 coats of barred super stick and let it cure. We're starting with the back first, and then doing the front. After a few touch-ups, the front held on nicely. We can finally put in our shoe trees and lock down the middle. Now they are fully wearable. Stay tuned for the end. Moving on, I filled in some of the deep scratches and sanded them down. Then we'll apply light coats of paint. They're starting to look good now, but we're not done yet. We gotta do something about this elephant print. There's some areas that are still visible, so I'll trace it out with a heat erasable pen and fill in whatever looks right. In some areas I had to freehand it, but I think they turned out really good. The best advice I can give is to use a waterproof marker or pen and try to vary the line width. We're almost there. The last painting step is to fill in the jump mat. Then we can take them outside and mat protect the entire shoe. So this is the repair. After they air out completely, let's ice these soles. We're using Salon Care 40, Saran Wrap, and our indoor unit. They should be done in like 2 to 3 hours. To learn how to make an indoor unit, check out the link above. This is where we started. And this is what they look like now. To make these shoes look more natural, we'll poke out the thread holes. Then we can replace these crazy looking insoles with a brand new pair. This is also good so the foot doesn't hit pure midsole. If you remember that hole in the sock liner, we can use a canvas repair patch. And finally, after a long restoration, we can lace them up. Is it possible to save these white cements? Surprisingly, yeah. Man, these shoes were so trashed, I really did not think this was possible. But I gotta say, this one was truly a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, let me know what you think down below, and subscribe for some more crazy challenges.